Good morning, I am Aaditya Bhanot of 7 Signals, and in today's video I am going to explain Newton's first law of motion, which is law of inertia. So what is inertia? Inertia is basically the tendency of objects in motion to stay in motion and objects to stay at rest unless and until another force or an outer force causes them to change its speed or direction. To do this experiment, we need the following ingredients: a glass, a coin, a piece of paper. Now, I'll show you how to do this experiment. So first, you have to take this glass, lay the piece of paper on top of it, like this. And lay this coin on top, and make sure the coin lies in the center of this ring of the glass through which you drink. Make sure the coin lies in the center of this ring so that when it falls down, it's fall down in the glass only. Now I'll show you by doing this. Now, as you have seen in the video, that when I pull the piece of paper, the coin stays in the air for a bit, for a really millisecond, and then it falls down into the glass. So, when at that moment when the coin was in the air, when I pulled the paper and the coin was still in the air, at that time we can say that the coin was in inertia. This also happens when we are traveling in a car and suddenly the brakes up, and suddenly the driver applies the brakes. What happens is that we get a sudden jerk like this. But why does that jerk happen? That jerk happens because we tend to stay in motion, but suddenly the car stops, which is the car which is currently tending to be in motion, it stops. So the body or we tend to stay in motion for that moment as well. That's why we keep moving forward, but then due to brakes and friction we get jerked. So there are a few examples of inertia, and let us do now a quick recap of what we have learned. Number 1. What is inertia? Inertia is the tendency of objects to stay in motion, and objects at rest to stay in rest unless an outer force or a different force comes and it causes to change its speed and direction. Point number 2. Daily examples of inertia are when we travel in a car and suddenly the brakes are applied and we go in jerk. That's the moment when we experience inertia. So, I hope you like this video. This is Aaditya Bhanot of 7 Signals of Anand Niketan School signing off. Thank you.